Welcome to Wild West Garage. That's my 94 GMC 3/4 ton. And in a previous video I attempted to remove this dent, and I did reduce it somewhat, but I've just purchased a bunch of PDR tools, so I'm gonna take another run at this thing and see what I can do to it. So I went on Amazon and I got this kit, and Super Pro paintless dent removal kit. So there's a PDR light here, just light, like a little light board. Comes with that. Comes with this dent removal tool thing here. I might show you how that works. And just a bunch of stuff: hot glue gun, little rubber faced hammer, got a little knockdown tool, got a whole bunch of stuff. Slide hammer, I'm probably going to use that. Another knockdown tool. Actually, this came with this other kit that I'll show you in a sec. So I've got two of those knockdown tools. Got this little mini hand pull tool. Yeah, just a bunch of glue tabs. Pretty comprehensive kit. Comes with everything you need to do small dents. And that was about 150 bucks Canadian. And then I got these rods, and I really like these. I think these are really, I mean, that kit, I think it's okay. It's got a kind of a cheap look to it, kinda. I mean, it was inexpensive for what you get. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just, yeah, I think it's a great value, actually, the more I think about it. Anyways, this kit I'm very impressed with. These rods are supposed to be stainless steel, and that's what they said they were. And but they're well made. It's heavy gauge. I guess it's a solid rod. So yeah, I thought for some reason it was tubing, but they've drilled and tapped threads. So they're really well made. Nice handles on the end. Comes with a selection of hard plastic tips. I don't know. I kind of think these might break off, but that remains to be seen. And then it comes with the metal tips. Nice selection of different shapes. And just get some thread sections here to adapt these to the rods. So I've got one on there. I actually tried this one out a little bit. So I think these are going to be a huge help to me. Not just for paintless dent repair, but when I'm doing work on, something like this, where I have to reach into an area and lift out a weld seam or something. So I'm looking forward to using these. I think I'm gonna probably use these a lot. This one has two ends to it. That's interesting. Guess you could get it inside a cavity and twist it, push two pieces apart or whatever. Anyway, so let's get working on this truck out here. See what we can do. So I've got a couple of tabs glued on there, and you can see how tight that is there. And then there's a gap here. So let's see what happens when I do a pull on this. Wow. That's really doing something. This one seem to do something. Just gonna flip these around from where they were. You got a spider living in here. That closed up. It's quite a bit better. Yeah, it's working. So I can see where I gotta work on it. Yeah, that's really working actually. That's way better. I think maybe if I took that trim off and did some pulls where the trim's overlapping, it might be the thing to do. Or I could get inside. I've got access to that, the back of that with those PDR rods. And let's just see what happens after these two pulls. That has definitely closed that gap up. Yeah, quite a bit. So, warming up the paint keeps it from cracking, I believe. I don't think you want to push too hard in any one spot. You just want to keep little pushes and just keep moving along. Well, it's getting to the point where, yeah, I think this whole thing is kind of in a bit still, like even the trim. It's really starting to look a lot more decent now. Last thing I want to do is make an Audi dent with this thing. My main objective here is to close that gap between the body and the trim. Wow, it's coming along fine. Oh no, yeah. I'm getting a little too carried away there. It's pushing out right there. Got a little carried away. Got a little too aggressive. Don't like that. At least I know where I am now, in there. So you can see what I did there. Got Audis. And then this, you can see now that I got the trim off, there's a big low spot right there. So if I can get some tabs in here and pull that out, that'll do a lot to to the point where, yeah, I'm a little worried. Looks like I might have cracked the paint here a little bit right there. And there's a crack in the paint here too. But there's nothing I can do about that. That was caused when the dent happened. So if I can prevent more of that from happening. So I'm going to put tabs here and here. Kind of what I thought might happen, actually, to be honest, because that's pretty strong there now. Some more paint off. That's really holding on. No more gap. Little bit wavy still, but and then those things, those pimples, but not bad really. That's unfortunate, but you know, if you're just walking by this thing in the parking lot, you likely wouldn't notice that at all. From here it looks good, looks awesome from here. So apart from the pimples, I'm reasonably happy with this. And I don't know if I did anything up there, but I cleaned off, like I give it a little polish, and it looks better too. I did a bit more work on the trim. It wasn't quite the right shape, but, you know, I think that's acceptable. So, you know, I've been messing around with this for a total of, including pulling the original pulling I did. I'm going to say 4 hours tops. So, depending on what you want to pay yourself, you know,
40, 50 bucks an hour. So, you know, 4 hours, it's a $200 repair, right? In your backyard. If you'd taken this to a body shop, considering the fender is rusting, it would have stood you $1,000 plus, depending on where you take it. You know, bodywork and paint. So, you know, it's at least it doesn't jump out at you now. It looks good. I'm happy. Okay, there's a couple more issues that I want to address on this. Oh, I should have left the tailgate on. Oh well. I'll put it back on in a sec. Anyways, this, well, you'll be able to see how this here, that's the hinge pivot point for the tailgate. See how you can see behind there? If you go to this side, that's covered. There's a rock in there. So this has been pushed over that way somehow. You can see a kind of a point right here where something hit this, and the gaps, well, it's got to come back to here, so it covers that. So there's a great big gap on the bottom, and then the gap's nice in the top. So anyways, I'll put the tailgate back on here and you can see there, see that big wide gap? I think I can stick my finger in there, but then up here, no, and then see this side, right? Actually, this has a wider gap at the top. Anyways, that doesn't bug me as much as this bugs me. So this got pushed out this way, and then see this? I think, well, there's a bit of a dent there, but I think this happened when this happened. You see there's a kink there too. Doesn't fit the light properly. So I'm gonna do something here to remedy this. It's flush with the tailgate there. So I'm gonna glue a tab on here, piece of tin with a, you know, extra bit sticking out here, and then I'm gonna grab it and pull it that way. I used to work for these guys, John Hindle. So you can see there, see that this bracing, so that held this, pushed that out, caused this dent, or caused this damage here, right? Just by buckling it or whatever. It may have been hit there as well, but I kind of doubt it. So anyways, instead of a glue tab, doing a glue pull, I've decided that I'm going to put this inside here. The hole sort of lines up, and then this eye go through there, and I'll pull it that way. Okay, here's the setup. My block is inside here, you can see, and then the eye, I got this hook, another hook, and then this chain cinch here, and I just hooked it into the bumper bracket down there, and I put these blocks here to elevate that so it's level, so it's pulling in line with the eye. Oh, my block is turning into the, it's making a, I'm gonna have to grind some of that off. Damaging the skin. The dent's somewhat disappearing. Still pushing that out. I don't know. So the opening is 64 and a half. And the tailgate 64 and an eighth. So that leaves about 1/4 of an inch, just less than 1/4 of an inch of a gap. I'm just going to crank this a bit more, over crank it, because it's going to spring back. So I'm going to get out of that load cincher. That dent is disappearing. It's a lot better. That thing's right up against there. So the only real way to tell what I got here is I'm going to have to release all this and put the tailgate back on. Well, it's even, more even now, that's for sure. There's definitely more to, yeah. I think I have to, I think I'm going to have to put that back in there, put the pole back on it. I don't know why it doesn't want to come this way. Just because it can't. I could just leave it like that. It's more or less even. This dent is sort of gone. Way less obvious than it was, that's for sure. think, I don't know, I think that's good. I don't know, maybe I will. I'm gonna pull on it a bit more. Fell out. Okay, well I had the camera sitting on there and you saw what happened. It's tipped over. So anyways, it's nothing too spectacular anyways. You didn't miss anything. Okay, so look at that now. That's really good there. It's actually wider at the top. And pretty much the same as it is here. Actually, this is a bit better. It is definitely wider at the top though. So I'm gonna call that good. I don't think I want to do anything more to that. I might just pull the box side over at the top a little bit. And here's the dent on the side. If you can see it, it's, you know, I can still tell there was a dent there, but it's more or less gone now. It's not going to bug me every time I look at it. So yeah, it's that worked. I just gotta, yeah, I am gonna tug the side in a bit at the top. Maybe a bit too far. It's too tight now. Not touching. Perfect. Yeah, I think that was a way better way to deal with this than glue tabs. I don't think the glue tab thing would work. There we go. So the only downside to this was that got tugged out there, or pushed out. Big dent on the side is more or less gone. You can still see where the crease lines were, but you know, it's not bad. This is the thing that really bugged me, this gap. So anyways, it's nicer than this side now. I'm not gonna tug the top of this side in. It's good enough. I think if I adjusted the striker so the tailgate goes in properly, see how it's sticking out here, that would fix that problem. I think I'll do that. There we go. It's the final deal. Still a little looser on the top here, but it's looks way better. Could go in a bit more, I suppose, but it's about the same as the other side. So that looks way better than it did. Still ticked off about the Audis though. But I don't think there's much I can do about that now. See that? It's not bad though. Still, like, anyway, I can go on and on about it. It's not a perfect truck, it never will be. It's just better now. It's the Survivor. Put a tab on there too. Kinda came out a little bit more, I think, but that looks way better. I'm mostly happy about this corner, how it turned out. The rest of it, whatever. It's just good enough. Still a really clean truck. I didn't make it worse. Let's put it that way. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Just gives you an idea of what you can do if you're willing to do it. You know, if you took this truck to a body shop to get that work done, like that corner of the box there, and it would have been an easy $500, I'm sure. You know, probably $2,000 worth of work to actually really like fix these dents properly and do paint and all that. But I'm really not interested in doing that at all. So just noticing something funny on that panel there. It's like a tape line. I wonder if that's factory. It's interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.